I think we played really well, and particularly defensively in the first half, and then we fatigued a bit in the second half, along with the Brumbies coming back really well. I always knew it was going to be a tough scrap, and they gave us a really good fight out there, and I was just rapt to take away the win in the end.
The obviously disappointment with regards to that yellow card. What was, I guess, Michael, that's one for you. What was being said after Jesse went to the bin, particularly maybe after they scored that first try with Jesse?
I'd love to tell you, Nige. Obviously, I had subbed on for him, off for him. Sorry. So, in terms of on the field, I don't know. I can probably assume the boys were saying we were leading, so we probably just wanted to burn a bit of time there until he could get back on there.
I just think it just shows when you've got two really good teams and you get a yellow card. I don't know how many points they scored in that yellow card time, but it really gave them a launch to come back at us.
What was the message at half time after that pretty good first 40 again?
Yeah, as again, we were really pleased with our attack. We thought we had a lot of variation in our attack. We got really quick ball to make that happen. So that was a big wrap to our attack. And I thought defensively we went really well also. But the yellow card probably affected, and they're a good team. They showed that last week, and we were lucky to win it in the end.
That fast finishing, does it kind of give you something for next week to kind of work on? Not a good thing, obviously, to have them, to concede those tries, but does it sort of keep the fire burning?
Always keeps it burning. As I said, there's a lot of passes. We were a bit defensively close to the ruck, was exposed, so penalties again, discipline, so plenty to work on.
That sort of quarter-final seal, officially. Now I suppose it's just about getting possibly a home one. When you play the Canes next week, still a bit to play for.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about the numbers, but again, as I keep saying to you, Aaron, I couldn't look ahead. Last week we weren't even in the top 8, even though we beat the Highlanders. Now I think we're in the top 8, so that's a big wrap for this group. And now we're going to try and get the best position we can, and I think it's either 4th or 5th. Depends on how the Hurricanes go tonight, obviously. We're a bit down because we thought we let them back in the game, but we should be happy because we're officially in the top 8.
You've been in the top 8 for a wee while. I think you're up to 5th. Depending on what happens, if the Blues do a job tonight, there's a chance you could secure the top wildcard spot. What would it mean to this group? I mean, are you sitting there, if you're leaving this press conference straight away, get your blue pom-poms out and that sort of thing, start cheering for the blokes north of the Bombays for you? How does it all work?
I think we just need to, get together and celebrate what was a tough fight tonight, and it is what it is. If the Blues can do a job, that's wonderful, but we just need to enjoy the success of having a really tough game tonight and regroup, look at our injuries, look at our setup and our week leading into this Hurricane game.
That was going to be the next question, is injuries. Obviously Sam failed the head injury assessment, or was that precautionary?
We didn't want to put him back on, so it was a good opportunity for Lockie. He's coming back. I've got Carpi sitting there also, so there was no point in risking Sam. His tackle was a try-saving tackle that he got a bit of a knock on, so he tells me he passed it. I said you can stay off.
They always say that.
Is that? Do you consider sort of resting him next weekend against the Canes with quarter-final already banked?
Could do that. We just need to see where we are. What are we playing for this weekend? Is it 4th? If it can't be 4th, then other things could come into play.
Just on those other guys, was it Wainui with his shoulder? Do you know how that is?
No.
No idea, isn't it? And who was your other man? They had Harris, the thigh?
Yeah, Cook, just a bruised thigh, scoring that try, I think. So he'll be okay. Again, with our hookers playing so well, there's no point in risking a player. So it's about getting everyone ready for next week and going into the semis.
How's Brody tracking? Is he, on track to play the Canes?
Yeah, he should be available.
Yep, and suppose no chance, Canes?
Not for the Hurricanes, no.
Michael, what's the main on-field lesson that this team's going to need to learn out of?
I think you saw out there, we've got to play for 80 minutes. Finals footing coming to the business end of the season, we can't afford to start well, which was a focus for us going to this game, and then finish poorly like that. I mean, that's going to cost us a quarter-final game, and you don't get a second chance when it comes to finals footy. And so we've got our fate in our own hands, which is a good opportunity. So we've just got to play for 80.
Is that one of the bigger tests for the Chiefs scrum in recent times?
Yeah, I think from there we didn't adjust well to the way the ref was seeing the pitches, and that's probably something we haven't had a lot this season. We've had to adjust too much, and that's something we're going to look back on the tape. We'll see what we need to work on and do that going to the Canes.
At the start of the season, Colin, you said, would you kind of taken a quarter final, coming in, first year coach, quarter final with a week still to play in the regular season?
I think the expectation of the group was to get in the quarterfinals, and the experience of the coaches, the players. But to lose so many and still be in the quarterfinals, I'm proud of that effort, and I'm proud of these guys, the way they fought really hard. I mean, it was so tough tonight. It could have gone either way, and we hung in there together and fought for a great victory. And we're all grumpy about our performance in the second half, but that's because our expectation of each other's gone right up, even though we've had a lot of changes.
You're a first half team now.
Yeah.
It's like, 59-0 last 2 weeks. What's the go with the first half? Good. Second half?
Yeah. Well, we'll have a look at that. And before those two games, we were a second half team, so we were struggling. People were getting a really jump on us in the first half, and we were coming back and winning it at the end. So it's just the way it rattles. We'll get together and have some good discussions on how to put an 80-minute performance in.